Academy, where brains go to broadcast.
Have you ever stared at a dense academic paper, maybe for a crucial assignment or just out of sheer curiosity and
Right.
felt just lost?
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's written in some secret code you don't have the key for, or you just have no idea where to even start.
Hmm.
I've definitely been there,
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
It's a really common experience, actually. Scholarly articles are, well, unique documents. They're made for a specific audience, often highly specialized. They have their own language, their own structure. But the good news is, once you understand that structure and their purpose, they stop being scary. They become these incredibly powerful tools for learning, for really gaining deep knowledge.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. Think of this as your personal guide to the academic world. We'll dig into what scholarly articles really are, how to navigate their different parts like a pro, and even share some clever tricks for finding them. Our mission today is to give you the skills to confidently approach academic research.
Yeah, we want to help you get those aha moments so you can shift from that feeling of like confusion or being overwhelmed into having a clear path to discovery. Get ready to unlock a whole new level of understanding, really.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We hear the term scholarly article thrown around a lot, but what actually defines it? Who's writing these, and why?
Okay, so at its core, a scholarly article is basically the formal write-up of a research study, or sometimes a detailed analysis. It's written by researchers, people like your professors maybe, or experts in a field, and it's written for other researchers.
Oh, okay.
They're presenting the results of experiments or deep dives into data or archives or maybe findings from surveys. Think of it like academics sharing their latest discoveries. Each article adds a little piece or maybe refines an old piece of the knowledge in that field.
So it really is like a conversation, just
Yeah,
a very formal, ongoing one among experts. Makes sense. But say I'm looking for info.
Yeah.
How can you, our listener, tell if something you found online is actually scholarly, not just, I don't know, a blog post?
That's a super important question. And luckily, there's some pretty clear signs. First, scholarly articles tend to use technical language, jargon.
Right.
And they usually don't stop to define the basic terms because they assume the reader already knows the field, like engineers talk in shop.
Yeah, they're not writing for just anyone off the street.
Exactly. Second, you'll see lots of citations to other articles sprinkled throughout the text. And then at the end, a big list of references or works cited. This is crucial because, like we said, research builds on what came before. Those citations show the roots.
Okay, lots of citations, got it.
Third, you'll usually find clear citation info for the article itself, often right at the top or bottom of the first page, maybe in the page headers. And that first page will also list the authors, their names, where they work, like their university, and sometimes even an email.
Oh, cool.
That helps show they're credible and gives you a way to reach out.
Those author details definitely help build trust, don't they? You know who stands behind the information.
Absolutely. It gives you that sense of authority. And finally, almost all scholarly articles have an abstract. That's a short summary, like really short, of the research question, the methods, the main findings. And depending on the field, you'll also see those clear headings. Literature review, methods, results, conclusion, plus, tables or graphs. Those sections are key.
Okay, so you found one, you identified it. Yep, this is scholarly. Now, the big question, how do you actually read it without getting totally lost? It's not like reading a newspaper, right? You can't just skim it casually.
Exactly right. It needs a different strategy. And that's where understanding the structure, the anatomy of the article comes in. It's your reading guide. Knowing what each section does lets you be strategic. You can focus on what you need. Think of the headings like signposts on a trail.
Okay, let's break those signposts down. Where do we start? What's the first stop?
Always, always start with the article title. It's more than just a label. It tells you the main topic, obviously, but it can also hint at the type of article. Is it presenting brand new research? Or is it maybe a review article summarizing lots of studies?
Okay, title first.
Then, usually right near the abstract, look for keywords. These are like official hashtags for the research paper.
Hashtags, I like that.
Yeah. If you find one really good article, grab its keywords. They tell you the terms researchers in that field actually use. That can lead you to tons more relevant papers.
Wow, okay, that's a fantastic tip for broadening a search, like following a breadcrumb trail. So keywords, then the abstract.
The abstract is your best friend for saving time. It's your ultimate, is this article actually useful for me? filter. It gives you the main points, the key results in a nutshell. If the abstract doesn't sound relevant to what you need, boom, move on. Don't waste more time.
Nice. Quick check.
But here's a really important point. You can't cite just the abstract in your own work.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, it's just the summary. You need to go into the actual article to get the full context and properly cite the ideas.
Okay, vital distinction. Abstract is the preview, not the movie. So after the abstract tells us what it's about, does the introduction tell us why?
Exactly. The introduction, sometimes it's called background or literature review, gives you the foundation. It talks about what research came before on this topic. And crucially, it points out the gap, why this new study was needed. What question weren't previous studies answering?
Ah, the research gap. Okay.
If you can spot that gap, you understand the whole point of the article.
Yeah.
And here's another tip. If you see useful info cited in the introduction, try to find that original source cited. Don't just cite the source within the source if you can help it. Go to the primary source for the full picture.
Right. Get it straight from the horse's mouth, basically. Avoid potential misinterpretations. Okay, so intro sets the stage. What's next on our map?
Often you'll hit the method section next, especially in science. Researchers have to explain exactly how they did their study. What steps did they take? This part is super important if you want to judge the research critically, like, could someone else repeat this? Is the experiment designed well? It shows the rigor.
Okay, so methods is about the how. It's important for checking the quality. And then we get to the juicy part. What did they find?
Indeed. The results section. This is where they present the raw findings, the data, charts, graphs, statistics, just the facts, basically.
Okay.
Right after that, or sometimes woven into it, comes the discussion. Now, this is where the authors interpret those results. They explain what the findings mean, connect them back to the intro, and discuss the implications. For many readers, the discussion is often the most useful part.
Because it explains the so what.
Precisely. It's the analysis. And if you understood the methods and results, you can even compare your own interpretation to theirs. Great critical thinking practice.
Love that. Okay, discussion is key. What about those pictures and charts?
Yes, figures and tables. Don't just skip over them. They're visual summaries of the data. Sometimes a good graph can help you understand a complex finding way faster than reading a dense paragraph. They're great for quick comprehension.
Good point. Visual aids.
Then we get near the end with the conclusion. Usually pretty short. It summarizes the main points and results again, but the really interesting bit here is that conclusions often talk about the study's limitations. What didn't they figure out? What went wrong?
Oh, okay.
And they often suggest ideas for future research. This is gold if you're looking for your own research topic. And a pro tip, always consider those limitations when you talk about the study. It shows you understand the nuances. Sometimes reading the conclusion first can give you great context for the whole paper.
Oh, reading the end first.
Yeah.
That's a sneaky, brilliant shortcut. Get the main takeaway and the warnings up front. Okay, love it. And the very last part.
The references, or works cited, bibliography, whatever they call it, every single source mentioned in the paper is listed here in detail, often dozens, maybe even hundreds. This section is a treasure map. If you found great ideas in the article, use the references to track down those original sources. Or just browse it. You might find other really relevant articles for your own research that the authors leaned on. It's like a curated reading list.
Okay, so knowing this whole anatomy, what's the takeaway for our listener?
It means you're in control. You don't have to read an article cover to cover like a novel. You can decide how to read it, based on what you need. Focus on the abstract first, maybe jump to the discussion or conclusion. Check the methods if you need details. It makes reading efficient and way less intimidating. You work smarter.
That's incredibly empowering. Okay, so we know what they are and how to read them strategically, but wait. How do we find them in the first place? Many of us just default to Google, right?
Yeah.
But for academic stuff, there's Google Scholar. Is it really that different? What's the secret sauce?
Google Scholar is super powerful. It uses Google search tech, but it's designed specifically to find scholarly literature. It pulls from tons of databases, university archives, publishers, puts it all in one searchable place. It looks familiar, like regular Google, but yeah, there are key differences.
Okay, like what? What makes it better for research?
The biggest thing is the advanced search. You see that little arrow at the end of the search box? Click it.
Okay.
It opens up options just like a library database. You can instantly filter by author, by the journal or book it was published in, or set a specific date range. Much more control.
Ah, filters, nice.
And it properly understands Boolean logic, those AND or ACK not commands, so you can be really precise. All of the words is AND. At least one is OR. Without is not. And putting words in the exact phrase box is like using quotes. It lets you zero in.
Okay, so much more precise than just throwing keywords into regular Google. What about the results page itself?
By default, it sorts by relevance, which often means the most cited or important papers come first. But you can change that sort order. And on the left, you usually have more filters, like refining by date again. Each result gives you the title, authors, publication details, everything you need for a citation, basically, and info on how to access it.
Super convenient for citing. Now, I heard there's this amazing feature.
Yeah.
Something about finding more articles, like a chain reaction.
Ah, you mean the cited by feature? Yes.
Yeah.
This is honestly one of the coolest things about Google Scholar. Underneath each search result, you'll see cited by, followed by a number.
Yeah.
If you click that number, it shows you a list of all the other articles that have cited the paper you're looking at.
Whoa.
Think about it. You can see how an idea developed after that paper was published, find newer research that built on it, see who else is working in that area. It's like research time travel.
That is amazing, like following the conversation forward in time.
Yeah.
A research rabbit hole, but a really useful one. Okay, so you find something great, you see who cited it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get the actual article, the PDF?
Okay, look to the right of the search result. You'll often see links like PDF or HTML, or maybe something like find it at your university. This is crucial. If you're off campus, you need to make sure Google Scholar knows what resources your university library subscribes to.
How do you do that?
The easiest way is often to go to Google Scholar through your library's website. They usually have a special link. Or you can go to Google Scholar's settings, then library links, search for your university, and make sure the box is checked. That connects your account to the library's subscriptions.
Got it. Connected to the library. So wrapping up Google Scholar, what's the big picture for our listener?
It's an incredible tool, no doubt. But it works best when you use its features intentionally. Use the advanced search, understand Boolean, and definitely leverage that cited by link. It rewards a bit of know-how with much better, more targeted results. Be strategic with your searching.
Wow. Okay. What an amazing tour. We've really demystified scholarly articles today. We know what they are, why they matter, how to read them section by section without getting lost, and even how to use Google Scholar like a pro to find them. You listening should now have a solid toolkit to tackle academic research with, dare I say, confidence.
Absolutely. Learning to read and find research effectively. It's a skill. It takes practice, for sure. But knowing these strategies gives you such a huge head start. Thinking critically about sources, understanding structure, finding related work. These are vital skills, honestly, way beyond just school assignments.
Totally agree. So the next time you're faced with a research project, try not to see that scholarly article as just a wall of text. Think of it like that map we talked about. It holds answers, yes, but it also points towards new questions, new paths for discovery. What might you find yourself wondering about next?
And please remember, you don't have to figure it all out alone. Your university librarians, they are absolute wizards with this stuff. They know the databases, the search strategies. They are always ready to help you find exactly what you need. Don't hesitate to ask them.
Cascade me where brains go to